Deps brings us new colors in the Buzzjet Jr. One of the dopest custom logos that we have ever done with Sims. Pretty dope, right?
That is sick.
And the brand new Respect Series color drop from Megabass Japan. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Deps, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku, being filmed by my buddy Jeffrey the King. We are the Hookup Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we highlight new drops as well as important restocks so you guys can stay on top of the game. Jeff, happy Sunday.
Good to see you, Mike.
Happy Sunday, everyone. What's new at the Hookup Tackle this week? Cold Orions. Yes. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Jeff. You want one?
I'm fine, dude. You're just gonna drink all of them anyways.
Dude, they are way better cold. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday. Glad you guys are joining us. Some really cool things this week I'm excited about. But let me take another swig. I wanted to really quick just give you guys a quick shout out. You know, we love coming here every Sunday, talking about the new products, really fun for us. But on a personal side, I've been sharing some of my family's journey on my personal page. My wife's, battle with chemo and cancer and stuff. And you guys have been so amazing reaching out and just checking in on me, checking in on her, sending Orion, sending food, sending whiskey, all the things we need to survive. I just want to give you guys a huge shout out. It means a ton to me and to my family, and she's doing amazing. So chemo's done, scans went through, cancer free. So cheers to you guys for checking in on me and my family. We're celebrating. So cheers. Thank you. Okay. Tackle?
That's the end of the video.
Oh, boom. We can drink.
Yeah.
Can't be that quick, dude. There's too much good stuff. All right. Let's jump into the Respect Series color drop. So I know a lot of you guys have been dying for this. Normally, Respect Series is something that Megabass does every single month, and this is actually the May Respect Series color, and here we are in mid-June already, right? But they wanted to kind of stall the release to coincide with the Bassmasters Classic, right? So this is here. Classic is here. This is here. So this is the brand new color GP Tanagon. Now, I say brand new because this is a color that was actually only made one time in 1999. And it was made to coincide with the release of the Sony PlayStation, the PS1 game Bass Rise, which was kind of a Megabass edition bass fishing game. And they did a sweepstakes with this color in the Vibration X. So this is the first time that it's been made in all of these baits. It's a super dope color, pretty exciting. In fact, why don't I just let Jeff take it from here? You got this, Jeff?
Sure. Yeah.
I got faith in you. I'm gonna sit back, drink my Orion, and enjoy. So enjoy, everyone. All right, good job, Jeff. Whew, way to go, buddy. Cheers to you, Jeff. Am I overhyping it?
Viewer discretion.
Am I overhype beasting
Folks
it?
at home, if we would have gotten these, not the day of this video, I probably would have came up with one of the greatest skits of all time, but my greatness was overshadowed by this has to have a due date in like 2 hours.
Right.
So,
Well, dude, I mean, 2 hours is so much time for edits. I mean, I basically nail this first time straight through. Let's just...
but here's the color. Folks.
Let's just talk through the baits really quick. I know you guys just saw them. Okay, so here we go. GP Tanagon, right? So it is a transparent color, beautiful shades. It's got all the different shades in it. Pearl belly, dark back, right? So it is available in the 110, the Edo Vision 110. It's available in the 110 Junior. And I should note very quickly, this is a one-time drop. So there will not be any restocks of this. So one time, grab them if any of them speak to you. There is the Pop Max. Can you see it okay? It's kind of shifted in there.
I like it.
Okay, so there's Pop Max. There's, of course, the Pop X. There's the Vibration X Ultra. There's the Vibration X Sumatra, so basically just the smaller size there, the half-ounce version instead of the 5/8-ounce version. Of course, the Deep X 100 LBO. There's the ORC. Dude, the ORC looks sick in this. Hold on. ORC.
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
That's sick, huh?
Yes.
There is the SRX Griffin. Griff's got himself a handful that I haven't looked at, but I'm pretty sure this is probably in it, the X80 Junior.
Yes.
Was that right? I know this is in it, the X70.
Yes.
Yeah. So the X70 is one of our favorite little baits. Griff throws shit out of it. I throw the shit out of it. And then we see it in the Koayu Slide Sinker. Now this is a new addition for the Respect series. These guys are 71 millimeters, quarter ounce. This is basically like a small little Dog X bait. It's going to move side to side under the water, but it's a sinking bait. So basically think of it like a walk the dog subsurface little bait. So kind of like the Dog X Junior, but it's going to be sinking. So kind of a cool bait. So there you go. There is GP Tanagon, the latest Respect series drop. They are probably going to fly out of here. It's a badass color, super rare. I mean, if you guys are collectors, this is going to be one that you're definitely going to want to scoop up. And it's just a beautiful colorway. So it's going to catch a ton of fish. I'm excited for you guys to get them. So there you go. Enjoy, guys. GP Tanagon from Megabass. All right, we've got a bunch of Megabass rods to show you later in the video. Some brand new multi-piece rods, some multi-tip rods, new arms rod drops. But before we get to that, we see brand new colors in the Okashira heads and the Okashira screw heads. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for these to come. They are finally in. So we see 3 new colors in both the Okashira head and the screw head. So we see Shadow Spawn.
It's upside down. There you go.
Shadow Spawn. So it's kind of a full black with just a little bit of a kind of a shad undertone to it. This one's super dope. We see Tennessee Shad. Is it right side up?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. This one matches colors like real. Spot on. This was the color we were throwing back in Michigan when we were crushing them. Badass color. And we see Weed Camo 2. So this is going to be a great one to match all those greener tones. So your green pumpkin, your IUs, all that kind of stuff will be dope. So screw heads are available in a 16th ounce and an 1/8 ounce. We also see a drop in just the regular head as well. So if you don't want the screw, you can go with just the regular Okashira head, and that'll give you basically just a more sleek look under the water. If you guys aren't familiar with the Okashira screw head, here is a look at it a little bit closer. The Okashira screw head has this asymmetrical blade on it. Okay, so it's rounded on one side, it's kind of pointed and bent on the other side. So what it does, as it comes through the water, it certainly creates a little bit of flash, but because it's asymmetrical, it's fighting against itself and it's creating a clack. So it's creating kind of a grind, like a under the water that the fish here respond to. It fits the 3-inch Hazardong and the 3-inch Spark Shad perfectly. So it's a crack combination to smallmouth. Largemouth, love it. All the predators eat it. Smallmouth especially, just absolutely chew it. So if you guys have been looking for something fresh, there you go. New color additions this week from Megabass. All right, big week this week from Deps Japan. Lots of restock as well as some new color drops and size drops from them. So we're gonna plow through it really quick. So let's start with one of our favorite topwater baits, the Buzzjet. The Buzzjet Jr. sees 3 brand new colors arrive this week. We see Angel Flame. That was pretty dope. We see Red Scale, kind of a full red pattern there. And we see Black Silver, just a nice, simple, clean shad profile. So 3 new colors in the Buzzjet Jr. arrive this week. We also see restocks on some of the most popular colors that we've been out of for a long time. So colors like Bluegill, Lime Ghost, Jet Black, Mossback Shiner, all back in stock this week in the Buzzjet Jr. And we also see a big restock in the full-size Buzzjet. So a lot of the colors that you guys have been waiting on, things like Bone Crackle, Glass Cat, Jet Black is back in that as well, as is Bluegill, Ghost Ketahasu, right? GM IU, all back in stock in the full-size Buzzjet as well. All right, we also see 2 new colors in the Deps Rebound Stick 6-inch this week. We see Green Pumpkin Candy and Green Pumpkin Orange. A Rebound Stick is basically Deps like Senko type bait. You can wacky rig it, you can Texas rig it, but you notice that it has the thinner piece in the middle, so when you wacky rig it, it has the 2 bigger bulbous ends on there. It's going to give you a lot of movement as it falls horizontally. Just a great all-around stick style bait from Deps, 2 new colors this week. All right, we see a huge restock in the Deps Bull Flat. So all sizes, 3-inch, 3/8, 4/8, all the colors you guys have been waiting for. Bluegill, Blue Marin, Junebug is back, Green Pumpkin, all those are all back in stock this week. We also see a big restock in the 5.8. 5.8's been out for a while. This is the largest size. Those are back in stock in all the key colors. And we see a new addition to 4 colors in the 5/8 non-salt version. So the non-salt are going to be basically the same plastic, right? The same profile, the same shape. Let's open one up here. But they are not going to be salted. So they're going to be a little bit softer, but they're going to be more durable. So they're not going to tear quite as easy. They're going to have just a slightly different action, but they're also going to have more of a clear, transparent tone to the colors because all that salt is not in there to make it kind of that, you know, whitish hue, if you will. So a little less cloudy, just some different color takes on there. The non-salt version in the 5/8, those are available this week as well from Deps. So you've got colors like Silver Shad, Green Pumpkin Orange, Green Pumpkin Chartreuse, Sprayed Grass. Those are the colors you're gonna look for in the non-salt version. So Jeff, you know, you're a huge fan of Deps swim baits, right?
Yeah, Deps makes some incredible swim baits.
100%. Their big bait arsenal is probably one of the
fantastic.
best in the industry.
Easily, dude.
Yeah.
Responsible for so many big fish.
Slide swimmers,
Bull shooters,
right,
dude. Like.
So this is going to be right up your lane.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me what you got.
New from Deps this week.
Yep.
Okay.
Big bait right here.
The Kromushi. What do you think? It's better than a slide swimmer. What say you, Jeff? You're not saying much. You didn't see that coming, did you?
How? What? Where?
When they're not eating the slide swimmer, they eat the Kromushi.
Okay.
Here. Okay. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay?
Show me what you got.
Let me take one out of the package.
Show and tell.
And you're gonna be
Impressed?
Oh, of course, it's Deps. So, in all seriousness, this is a really cool bug bait.
I thought we were getting serious.
I said in all seriousness.
You said this is a cool bug bait.
I literally said in all seriousness. That means I was serious. That's how it works.
Okay.
Okay, check it.
Check it.
So, the Kromushi, or the Karamushi, depending on how you want to pronounce it, is a floating topwater bug bait with these flappers. Okay? And it is designed to be durable and really buoyant so that you can fish it with like an offset hook. So you're gonna rig it weedless. You can throw it in any cover you wanna throw it in. These little flappers are gonna allow it to just kind of buzz on the surface. It's badass. How many do you want, Jeff?
So that's replacing my slide swimmer.
Oh, it's not replacing a slide swimmer.
Oh.
This is your follow-up bait. You know when you're getting all those followers?
Mm-hmm.
It's because they want bugs.
So I
There,
pull
you
out.
Want, you want one?
I
Here.
pull a giant follower, right?
Yeah, here, touch it.
And I put down the
Oh,
slide swimmer.
that smells different.
And I pick up a
Here.
Kromushi.
Yeah,
That's a topwater lure, and the fish is just gonna
it's
come.
not
to
a it's not a topwater lure, Jeff. It's a bug bait that floats.
Yes.
You're gonna be impressed, Jeff. You guys are gonna catch shit out of them. Look, we sell a ton of bug baits, and there's a reason why we do. Yeah, they're sold out, Jeff. I see you looking around for them. They gone. If you guys are looking for another cool surface type bug bait,
There it is.
there it is. The Kromushi from Deps, available in 5 different colors. This is the watermelon blue flake. There is also green pumpkin. There's basically shades for every bug you can imagine, right? The black, the white, you know, that crazy bubblegum pink bug that falls from the sky. We've got it all, Jeff. Jeff's about to quit.
I'm more of a slide swimmer, 250 bull shooter kind of guy. 13-inch king worm.
You want to do a challenge?
Uh.
Me and my Kromushi
Okay.
against you and your 250.
Okay. How are we scoring this?
Total number of fish,
Get
obviously.
the fuck.
I mean, weight's way too hard to calculate. Our biggest fish, that wouldn't make any sense. What do you say?
I say biggest fish.
Total number of fish.
Biggest fish. Biggest bag.
Biggest bag?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's no limit. There's no fish limit.
No,
to the
there's a
bag.
5-fish limit.
No,
It's Bassmaster Classic.
No, this is Major
going
League
on
Fishing.
Oh, fuck that, Jeff.
All right. New colors and a huge restock this week in Deathadder. So first off, we see amber shad added to the 3-inch Deathadder. We see a return of all the favorite colors like chartreuse laser, the white, all that in the 3-inch. Those are back in stock this week. A lot of you guys blew us up on the 4-inch and 5-inch Deathadder. This is the bait that we love throwing on our jackhammers, on our chatterbaits to tighten it up. So if you guys have been waiting, all the good colors, all the key colors in 4-inch are back. All the key colors in the 5-inch, your whites, your green pumpkin, chartreuse laser, all back in stock. And a lot of you guys were asking us to bring in the bigger Deathadder. So here it is. This is a Jeff size Deathadder. I guess you could put this on the back of a jackhammer. Oh my god, thing is big. All right, 8-inch. That smells like tasty flavor right there. 8-inch Deathadder, nice and big and meaty. It's gonna basically have to rig either like a Senko, so it's gonna fall horizontally. You can Texas rig it, of course. You can use it as a jig trailer. Just in time, you know, for summer fishing, you could definitely nickel rig it. So if you guys are looking for just a big, meaty worm, here, check it out, Jeff. This is more your speed, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Man-sized worm.
Now this is what I throw behind a follower.
Yeah, so it's available in all the key colors: watermelon, bluegill, green pumpkin, like I showed. There's a couple of clear and shatter-looking colors. So if you guys have been looking for something just different, I'm pretty excited to get it out there. The 8-inch Deathadder from Deps, available now. All right, we see a big restock this week in Deps
This
storage.
one's upside down.
It's not upside down.
It's literally upside down.
Not for the people
The-
that are watching doing
in
headstands.
Australia.
Better.
There
Jeff?
you go.
Hey. All right. What were we talking about? Big restock. Deps boxes. Thanks, Jeff. You totally derailed everything. I
You're
had
doing
planned.
great so far.
Crushing it. The regular size, the deep size, so this is the DD size. Even the Slide Swimmer 250 size is back in stock. So if you guys have been waiting on Deps storage, you know, we've been huge fans of these smaller box styles to store. They make a great one, so check them out. Those are back. And then I've shown this one a couple times before, but this is the 318. This is just a super sweet little box. It's got the latch on the inside just for storing hooks, drop shot weights, that kind of stuff. It's super dope. It's got all these little compartments and stuff in it. So if you guys have been looking for just a small box that you can store a bunch of stuff in, the 318 size is awesome. All right, really excited for this next one. We've been dropping some new hookup merch, and you know, Sims is a brand that we love to collab with, and our customer and our friend Matthew Stockton is an amazing artist. He's done all kinds of really dope art with Sims. We were lucky enough to have him do a logo for us. So this is the release of the Sims Solar Flex hoodies with our custom Smallmouth crushing a 110 the Hookup Tackle logo. So super dope. They're available in 3 colors. There is a white colorway, which you see here. So it's white with some gray underneath, the Smallmouth 110 logo on the back. There is the Hex Flow Camo Carbon, which obviously is super dope, looks amazing. There is the Laguna that I am wearing here. So, I flexed you.
Your back muscles are getting
Oof,
bigger.
yeah. If you guys aren't familiar with Solar Flex, these are amazing shirts. The hoods cover basically super full. They do have straps on the sleeves, so if you want to keep them and cover the top of your arm. They're UPF 50. They're probably the most technically advanced sun shirt on the market. I wear the Anetic sun shirt pretty much every single day. I love them. But if it's just like blazing hot, right? There's nothing like a Solar Flex when you're fishing. So if you guys have been looking for something dope with an amazing logo, check these out. The 3 colorways, all the sizes are available. It is a one-time drop, so it is an artist drop. So once they're gone, they're gone. So definitely scoop them up. And we also made it in a Sun Gaiter as well. So the Sterling Sun Gaiter also has that same hit on it as well. So if any of those interest you, if you guys are looking for some new Sims sun gear, now's the time, grab it. All right, some exciting new rod drops this week from Megabass Japan. Let's start with MultiPiece Rods. Now, if you guys follow us on Instagram, we've been posting about these all week. If you've actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, which if you don't, make sure you do. We posted a video where we took these new MultiPiece rods out this week and showed them in action, kind of walked through them. So I'm gonna plow through them really quick. If you haven't had a chance to check out that video, do so. Jeff will leave a link right here. It's amazing, if I must say myself.
Yeah,
I
I did a great job.
I mean, the actor was crushed.
The filmer though.
Such an easy edit, really. Okay, 3 new Triza models. Now Triza is a rod that we talk about a lot here. It's a 3-piece multi-piece rod that's built in a triangle construction. So each piece is built independently to come together to create one amazing performance rod. They're incredible rods. Even though they're multi-piece, I use these rods all the time in my boat as single-piece rods. So let me cover them really quick. So this first one is the F772. So this is the Dragoon. Okay, so this is a rod that debuted a couple years back at the Osaka show that a lot of guys have been super stoked, myself included, about. What's amazing about this rod is not just that it's a 7.2 half ounce to 3 ounce lure rating, so it can literally cover everything, but this is the first rod with Megabass's new, what they're calling exclusive tip technology. So every one of these rods is going to come with 2 tips. So remember, this is a 3-piece rod, right? So it's going to come with a regular tip and a fast tip. So the regular taper is going to bend kind of through the way you would think like a parabolic, more regular bend would be. So it's going to be better for your hard baits. It's going to be better for, you know, swim baits, that kind of stuff, where it's just going to load up and be a little softer at the tip. Now, maybe you want to throw a jig, or you want to throw a worm, something like that. Then very simply, you can just take out the fast tip, right? So there we have the fast tip. You literally just change the tip on there, and now you have a fast action tip. So more like what you would expect in a jig and worm rod. So all the bend's going to be at the tip, and it's going to fasten up down there. So now you have a nice sensitive jig and worm rod. So one rod that can do so many different applications. Pretty exciting. Definitely where I see the future going in rods. So this is the Dragoon. That's the F772 bait caster, new from Megabass. Now, staying on the multi-tip piece, there is also a brand new spinning version. So that is this guy. This is the Yama Semi. So this is the F166STZ. So this is a F166 spinning rod. It's going to come with 2 tips. So it's going to come with a traditional fast taper. So this is going to be for just all around light finesse, whether it's soft plastics, hard baits, whatever. But it also comes with a stinger tip. So it comes with a full carbon non-splined stinger tip for extra fast action for when you need that to squeeze every little bit of sensitivity out. And then same thing, all you got to do is pop the one tip off, put the other tip on, and you basically have a whole new rod with a stinger tip on there. So really exciting tech from Megabass. That's the F166, the Yama Semi, in stock now. All right, and then finally in the Triza lineup, we see the addition of the F3 7.2 spin. This is the Triza Ageha. Now, this is the rod that we were throwing back in Michigan. I'm really excited for this rod because I love that F3.5 power. You know, I love finessey spinning rods, but I prefer a spinning rod that has some balls. You know what I mean? Don't you like things with balls, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
I know you do. So this is just a great one. It reminds me a lot of the Windbuster. I've said I don't want to be too repetitive to what we've been talking about on Instagram all week, but the Windbuster is one of my favorite rods. This rod has a lot of that same power. It's going to bend kind of through that midsection. It's just super strong, but it's still got plenty of tip. Like when we were back in Michigan, we were throwing 16th ounce Okashira heads on it, no problem, right? But it's rated all the way to a ½ ounce. You want to throw a 110, you want to throw, you know, free rig, anything like that, you certainly can. Now this rod is going to come with the one tip. It's not an exclusive tip, so it's just going to come how it is. But how it is pretty much perfect. So if you guys are looking for a multi-piece rod that's got a lot of power, the Ageha is definitely one to scoop up. All right, more excitement with multi-piece rods this week from Megabass. We see the entire line of the brand new Valkyrie World Expedition arrive. Now, a couple weeks ago, we showed you a couple of the lighter action models that had arrived in this. This week, we see the full line, including the 3 swim bait rods. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, are those swim bait rods, because this is really where this line is super exciting, right? So these are 4-piece rods, right? So in my hands right here is this 7/8 heavy, right? This is the 8-foot, or this is a 711 extra heavy, and then we have the 8-foot double extra heavy, right? So for the first time, you could get a legit 8-foot multi-piece swim bait rod that feels like an amazing 1-piece rod. Now, like all Valkyries, these are made out of a glass carbon composite, right? So they're going to be a blend of carbon and glass. They're going to be incredibly strong. They're also going to give you that true parabolic bend that is so important when throwing, you know, treble hook swim baits and soft plastic swim baits that you really need to be accurate on the casting. They're all designed with larger baits in mind. They've got the big rear grip in the back. They've got a very comfortable reel seat. They have the double lockdown, you know, reel seat on there. Just incredible rods. So this is the 711 extra heavy. This is the rod that I've been chucking around, you know, my A-rigs and stuff with. It's rated up to 7.5 ounces, so it's going to cover basically the whole gamut. Really reminds me a lot of a TS Destroyer Blackjack, right? So very impressive. This is the 7/8 heavy. So for a lot of you guys that are just getting into swim baits, or maybe you're throwing more like 6-inch mag drafts, right? Mag draft freestyle, ice slide 185s. You know, maybe you do those smaller hard baits. This would be an amazing one. It bends deep through the blank, so it's going to load up very easily, but it's still got all that power that only glass can deliver. So super impressive there. And then the big daddy of them all, the 8-foot extra heavy. Jeff and I were playing around with this guy out in the lake the other day. What'd you think of this guy, Jeff?
It's dope. For an 8-foot rod, travel, it's perfect for those bigger baits. It's parabolic, the handle's great on it, it's lightweight. It's everything you would want in a travel rod.
Yeah. So, you know, if you guys aren't used to multi-piece rods, don't let the ferrules make you nervous. The ferrule technology has been around forever, and you know, these bigger brands, fly fishing brands like Sage and Orvis, those guys, they really perfected ferrules. And now all these bigger bass brands like Megabass are basically using that, and they're creating these amazing multi-piece rods. But the 8-foot double extra heavy is a full one-piece grip. Even though it can manage baits up to 10 ounces, like Jeff mentioned, it still is parabolic. So you get that bend in there, so it's going to cast easy and not wear you out. Really stoked for these. Most exciting part, they're all going to be in that $349 to $389 price point. So they're not going to crush you by Megabass standards. Amazing price for these rods. Check them out, new from Megabass. All right, couple new additions to the ultra high end. So excited to show these to you. So Megabass Arms rods, we see 2 new models arrive this week that we haven't had yet before. So let's cover it. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Arms series, the Arms Super Leggera is a lineup of rods that before now has only been available through custom builds. These are some of the most beautiful, most elegant, most high-end, most badass rods really ever. I've assembled a set. I love fishing them. They're incredibly strong. The grips are going to be custom to a right hand or a left hand. There's different options that we're going to bring in through the seasons for different colors. They've got, some have dragons on them, some are more just clean. So incredible rods. What we see this week is we see the addition here of the ASL 7005X. So this is a 5-power 7-foot, 3/8 to 1 ounce lure rating. This guy is going to be a great, just kind of all-around rod. It's fast enough for throwing like a jig and worm, but a lot like a P5 graphite, it still bends deep through the blanks. So if you guys wanted to throw a jerk bait, a walking topwater bait, you know, something like that, it's going to be able to manage those treble hooks as well. So super clean, super sexy. Check them out. You'll see exactly how we have them styled. It's basically just like this. So those are available. And we see the brand new drop of the Arms Super Leggera spinning model. And this is going to blow your guys' mind. So this is the ASL 7003. So it's a 7-foot 3-power, right? 1/16 to half-ounce lure rating. This guy not only is just crazy, crazy sexy, right? So this doesn't come in a left and right hand. This comes basically just as a unisex. This bump here is designed to sit right in your hand, so when you're holding the rod, your hand is in perfect contour contact with the sensitivity the entire time. It's super comfortable. Basically, the difference between each model you're going to see on our website is going to be the coloration of this piece here. There's a red, there's a black, there's a silver. They all have this kind of wood grain Ito engineering at the tip down there. Super badass. Think of this guy, if you guys are familiar with like a P5 windbuster, think of this guy as a lighter windbuster, right? So it's an F3 instead of an F3.5, but it bends almost exactly the same way. So it bends right through the middle the way you would want a drop shot rod to bend, a free rig rod to bend. This rod is so dope. So excited for you guys to get them in your hands. This is the Arms 7003 spin, available now. All right, and while we are on this high-end exclusive Megabass JDM rod train here, what do you think I have in my hands here, Jeff? You haven't seen these yet, have you?
No.
I haven't played with these.
That honestly looks like there should be a knife in it.
This is better than a knife.
Oh.
This is the Megabass Pagani series. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the Pagani,
I'm definitely not familiar with the Pagani. I don't think many people are.
I don't think many people are either, but this is so dope. Okay, so Pagani is kind of Yuki Ito's like little special project, right? Kind of like the Arms, where he custom builds every one. This is a small select group of rod builders that build the Pagani series. So check it out. Inside of each of these,
Oh my God.
is the grip. Okay, so you buy your grip and then you buy the rods to go in the grip. Okay, so there are different grip options with different woods, right? Custom craft Yuki Ito, made in Japan, right? So just to give you an idea, I'm just gonna open a couple. I'm not gonna go through all of them here. Hold that, Jeff. Here's the black one. So this looks like teak, right? So this is black with teak, and Jeff has the silver with the maple, right? So the reel is gonna sit here, obviously. Now, these are really designed to be like throwback to the really traditional style of like BFS and bait casting, right? So it's that kind of pistol grip, the ergonomic, right? You're gonna want to use a round style reel on these. If you try to put like a super low pro Steez Air or something in here, it's not gonna be high enough to come up. So you're gonna wanna use some kind of like smaller profile, a Conquest, something like that, right? Something more round. But once you own your grip, then you have your choice of blanks. Okay, so you can buy one, you can buy two, you can buy three, and they're interchangeable. So I happen to pull out this guy, which is the X-Blow. So here's a look at how the actual blanks are gonna come. Right, so just this beautiful, gorgeous kind of green color, handcrafted, right? And the rods are going to fit in there like that, right? And lock down, and then you have your whole system, right? So if you want to exchange the rod for a different rod, you can just untwist it and pull it out and put the next blank in, or if you want to keep it there, it's all there, and now you can fish. So one handle can do multiple blanks. It's very cool. Now these are definitely shorter length blanks. These are definitely more like in your BFS realm. This is something that's just really fun and very, very rare. So they've never been offered here in the States like this before. So we're excited to bring these over. This is something we're going to try to bring in a couple of times a year, but of course it's based on when their rod builders can get to it. So if these speak to you, definitely check them out. We're really excited to have them. I think you guys are going to freak it. You're wigging out on that, aren't you, Jeff?
This is just the coolest thing ever.
All right, so there you go, guys. There is a look at the custom-built Pagani rods. Now you know, Jeff.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You definitely need to have that round profile reel, though.
Yeah.
So definitely scoop up like a Conquest or something roundish, or if you could scoop up a Pagani for a gazillion dollars on eBay, that'd be dope too. All right, guys, so that is a wrap for what's new this week. But really quick, before we wrap up, I wanted to show you a couple of sneak peeks at some new Daiwa drops that are happening right now at the Bassmasters Classic. So if you have been hanging out on our Instagram, you saw the other day that we are stoked to finally be able to talk about the brand new release of the new Daiwa Steez rods. So this is the Daiwa Steez AGS Bass Rod 2021. So, I've been rather critical of Daiwa over the last couple of years that they've put all their focus on the kind of lower end market, right? Lower to mid end market, big box stuff, and kind of neglected the high end guy and all the stuff we want to play with, right? So it was super exciting to get to see these new Steez come to fruition. So I'm just going to highlight these really quickly for you. These are samples that we have in store that we've been playing with, and I can tell you that I have not been the biggest Steez fan over the years, but these have been blowing my mind. The sensitivity is through the roof. The tapers are very similar to what I see in like the P5. They're fast, but then they also kind of bend when you put them under load. So really exciting. Now, what they've done, they have gone to the Steez Compile X graphite, right? So it's their highest end blank, super light. They have a new, what they're calling a Nano Plus technology that basically allows them to lighten the rod, use less resin, but strengthen it quite a bit. It's built at a 45-degree axis, so the rod can bend in all kinds of ways without being brittle at all. They're brand new AGS guides across the whole platform. So AGS guides have gotten a really bad rap over the last few years, and for good reason. They're amazing guides until they break, and then they're the worst guides in the world because you can't get them replaced because there's no stinking AGS guides. So the new AGS guides are much lighter, believe it or not. So by far the lightest guide in the world, more sensitive, but much stronger. So they're gonna resist a lot of that breakage, so they should be a lot more durable for you guys. There's a new custom design reel seat. They're calling it the Air Sensor Reel Seat and Grip. It's designed to help you palm the reel so that everything is super comfortable in hand. Of course, they went with cork instead of foam, so just a nice, clean look. The hook keeper is basically just a sliding adjustable hook keeper. So you can take it off if you don't want it, right? You can adjust it, you can put it on the front, you can put it on the back, whatever you want to do with it. But really exciting line. There's a bunch of models, both spin and cast. There's a titanium tip model in there. This is the power pitch that I'm really excited about. So they've taken a lot of the same ones that we love, bottom contact, pitch in, you know, drop shot rod, all that, and they've expanded it to do a bunch of different things. And the idea is that with this new graphite and the new build, that the rods, they can just do a lot of different things. They're not gonna be just one purpose rods, right? So they're giving them all names. So for instance, this is a moving bait versatile. This is designed for throwing all kinds of hard baits, top waters, jerk baits, that kind of stuff. There's a rod in here called the Sensor. This one has the titanium tip. And even though it's designed for throwing like jig and worm because it's got that metal tip up at the top, so it's like crazy sensitive, when you really put it under load, it's still going to bend through that midsection, so you can still throw little crankbaits, little topwater baits, right? So they want to make the rods as, you know, universal as they can, so you can do a lot of different applications. So take a look at the website. You can go through the different models. We expect to be able to ship these out within the next week to 2 weeks. So if you guys want to pre-order, you're welcome to. We're super stoked to give them your hands. Those are new Steez rods from Daiwa. And then also new from Daiwa, we should see this landing in the next week or two. We see an extension to their J-Fluoro Samurai line. Now, we have been talking a lot about the camouflaged Sunline, the JDM Sunline that we've been bringing in, the camo sniper. This guy is going to be our new go-to for camo line. It's super dope. It's the J-Fluoro Samurai. It's available in the whole gamut of sizes from little all the way to big. Basically, it's just, you know, giving that full camouflage look to, you know, to the fluorocarbon to kind of blend in the water better. Just a different formulation, a different look. Excited to get this in. So this is a Bassmasters Classic release, so we should start seeing the product trickle in the store over the next week to 2 weeks, and we'll definitely keep you guys posted to the arrival so you guys can get that on your reels. All right, guys, that is a wrap for us. Cheers to you. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time on a Sunday morning. Thank you so much for your business and your support. If you have any questions on anything we covered, drop it down below in the comments. I will definitely get to it. Jeff will leave links to all the products in the description as well, so you can check those out. Jeff, cheers. Happy Sunday. Cheers, my friends. Thank you guys very much. Arigato gozaimasu. Until next week, peace. See you, Jeff. Have fun.
I won't.